The growing optimism around the company, the recent analyst upgrades, the massive opportunities being created through AMC's expansion strategy, the pressure building against short sellers, and why many investors believe AMC could be heading toward a completely different future than what Wall Street expected. AMC is now experiencing a number of significant developments, and to be honest, the general narrative surrounding this firm is beginning to change in a very dramatic way. The media exclusively covered AMC's negative aspects for a very long period. Fears about insolvency, debt, deteriorating cinemas, or the notion that movie theaters were doomed were the topics of every headline. However, all of a sudden, institutions and analysts are beginning to gradually alter their tone. And Wedbush's most recent update is one of the best illustrations of that. The company recently upgraded AMC's stock rating from neutral to outperform and increased its price objective from $3 to $4. This upgrade's justification is crucial since it emphasizes what AMC investors have been discussing for a long time. Wedbush especially mentioned AMC's worldwide expansion strategy, higher movie releases, and reduced debt risk through 2026. That is significant because it indicates that more analysts are at last starting to recognize the advancements AMC has been making in the background. Naturally, a $4 price objective still seems incredibly cheap to many AMC bulls in comparison to where they think the company may eventually reach. Nevertheless, the number itself is not the crucial aspect of the situation. The shift in viewpoint is crucial. People are beginning to see that AMC is moving forward. The corporation has been making long-term strategic decisions that could drastically change the business over the coming years, as well as restructuring, enhancing operations, lowering debt pressure, and increasing revenue streams. For years, AMC was viewed as a failing theater business with no future, so this change in opinion is significant. However, analysts are now acknowledging that the business is changing and growing. The media narrative surrounding AMC seems to be improving at the same time that institutional ownership begins to rise, which is something that many retail investors find intriguing. Retail investors were ridiculed for years for having faith in AMC. However, headlines are suddenly becoming more ownership-oriented as institutions become more involved. And that's precisely the reason why a lot of ordinary investors are dissatisfied. They contend that Wall Street never intended for retail traders to profit from AMC's success. However, the tone has begun to shift now that big institutions recognize the possibilities. In actuality, AMC has been working on these enhancements for a considerable amount of time. The business did not become inventive overnight. For months or even years, retail investors have been debating these developments. However, despite all of AMC's achievements, many pessimistic experts still regard the company as merely a conventional movie theater. They don't realize that AMC management is attempting to create a vast national entertainment network out of more than 300 theaters spread across dozens of markets. And Arena One is a key component of that approach, due to the fact that Arena One is more than just a movie theater. This has emerged as one of the most talked about events involving AMC lately. There is much more to this idea than that. The goal is to develop interactive, real-time entertainment experiences that can be concurrently aired across AMC's National Theater Network. This entails coordinated live events, options for premium ticket pricing, food and concession sales, and all of this without requiring AMC to construct whole new infrastructure because the firm already controls the theater footprint. For this reason, a lot of investors think that in the future, Arena One will be a major source of income for AMC. The willingness of viewers to pay for in-theater live entertainment and special event screenings has already been demonstrated. As a result, AMC is attempting to take full advantage of that demand. Additionally, if this plan is successful, revenue and profitability could rise significantly. Stronger cash flow, more chances to repay debt, and possibly even more expenditures in subsequent business expansion are all made possible by increased revenue. However, there are more opportunities surrounding Arena One. Investors are also considering the possible alliances and joint ventures that this platform may enable. Potential entertainment collaborations between big music labels and movie studios have previously been discussed. Deals involving businesses linked to extensive artist catalogs and theatrical productions with well-known artists and performers have been reported. And that's where a lot of investors see this company's real long-term potential. AMC's current capabilities are not the only focus of Arena One. It is about all the potential opportunities that this platform may present in the future. Concerts, athletic events, music experiences, fan gatherings, esports, international entertainment broadcasts, and a host of other options are all worth considering. For AMC, this might develop into a completely new commercial sector. Formula One and other live sports broadcasting potential are another topic that investors are still debating. AMC theaters are ideally situated to provide immersive sports viewing experiences because they already have top-notch theater sound systems and premium displays. College athletics and other live entertainment categories may be included in the plan, according to some conjecture. Additionally, investors who are aware of the size of American sports audiences recognize the potential significance of that. For this reason, a lot of AMC bulls are currently very enthusiastic. They think this approach could fundamentally alter AMC's financial prospects. Some investors think AMC's revenues might rise significantly over time if Arena One delivers even close to predictions. If these entertainment developments are successful at scale, we could see revenue gains of 50% or even 100%. That would seriously undermine the market's assessment of AMC as a business. Now, short sellers are still targeting the stock, while AMC is growing its business. Additionally, a major source of annoyance for investors is the media's persistent emphasis on unfavorable stories, while neglecting the real advancements AMC has already made. Investors in AMC are still concerned about failures to deliver or FTDs, as new data indicates that millions of shares fail to deliver every day. This is seen by many ordinary investors as a result of aggressive attempts to lower the stock price and the introduction of synthetic shares. While short interest dynamics continue to change, AMC has experienced high trading volume. Additionally, investors are still concentrating on options activity, particularly in the vicinity of important price points like $1.50, where maximum pain scenarios have frequently emerged as hot topics of conversation. Many think that in order to lessen pressure from in-the-money call options, short sellers are purposefully borrowing shares to keep the stock fixed around specific price points. The likelihood that institutions lending shares are actually profiting greatly from the situation is another topic that is gathering attention. According to some theories, companies who own tens of millions of AMC shares might be increasing their ownership positions while simultaneously lending those shares for hefty prices. The notion is that if AMC has a significant squeeze event, they could benefit from future upside as well as loan income. This presents an intriguing dynamic because, although share lending may temporarily stifle price action, some investors think it may also enhance squeeze pressure in the future by pushing short sellers into riskier positions over time. Discussions among retail investor communities have also been triggered by developments concerning Citadel securities and modifications to stock option clearance agreements. Many traders think it's more than coincidental that these occurrences correspond with strange activity at AMC and GameStop. Whether that is the case or not, investors are obviously keeping a tight eye on things since they think stress indicators are beginning to appear behind the scenes. Naturally, the prospect of a significant short squeeze is still one of the most talked about issues concerning AMC. If short positions are pushed to settle aggressively, many retail investors still think AMC has a potential for significant gains. In an extreme squeeze scenario, some speculators even estimate that prices could reach thousands of dollars per share. Many people think that's precisely why short sellers are still fighting so hard against AMC. Institutions with millions of shares are also aware of the potential financial gain in the event that AMC undergoes a major squeeze. Because of this, a lot of investors think that the pressure on short sellers will only get stronger over time. AMC continues to operate despite years of criticism directed at its shareholders, management, and even the movie theater sector as a whole. AMC overcame several obstacles that many thought would bring the company to its knees. Investors now think AMC might be entering a completely new era as the box office keeps improving and new entertainment options appear. In addition, the entertainment sector as a whole keeps getting better, with studios increasingly committing to extended theatrical release periods prior to movies moving to streaming services. Theater exclusivity windows are tightening once again. For